It looked like Bria Hartley just got instant karma, bro. She out for the season. I'm here to tell you the most dirtiest player in the WNBA contract has been written, bro. And I'm here to tell you she's out for the season. Yes, you heard me correctly. Yeah, man, Bria Hartley. So Connecticut PR has released a statement. Bria Hartley is to miss the remainder of the season.
Did Bria Hartley just commit the dirtiest foul of the WNBA season and then get hit with instant karma herself? In one shocking moment, Sophie Cunningham collapsed with a torn MCL after a collision that looked more like a takedown than a basketball play. But the outrage only grew when cameras caught Hartley smirking as Sophie lay on the hardwood in pain. And then came the twist. Hartley herself was ruled out for the season. Coincidence or justice from the basketball gods? If you stand with Sophie, drop a comment below to wish her a speedy recovery, because this is just the beginning.
This picture is going viral with Bria Hartley with the sinister grin, right? This malevolent look that's on her face right now, clearly smiling after injuring Sophie Cunningham, man.
The collision didn't look clean from the start. Sophie Cunningham took the full impact, hit the floor hard, and instantly grabbed her knee. She didn't even try to get up. Trainers rushed over, teammates formed a circle, and the arena went silent, like a courtroom waiting for a verdict. There was no bounce-back moment, no reassurance, just Sophie being helped off, her season suddenly in question. That silence said it all. This wasn't a routine fall. This was different. And yet, what happened after would spark an even bigger storm.
Is the play that just occurred.
That's like she tries to slide over right there, and Hartley just kind of falls and makes collision with that lower leg. You see her immediately grab it. And she went down hard and was clearly in a lot of pain.
The real explosion came after the whistle. With Sophie still on the ground, cameras caught Bria Hartley smirking. Call it a grin, call it a laugh, but fans saw something else: satisfaction. Within minutes, that single frame spread across social media like wildfire. It wasn't just about the hit anymore, it was about intent. And in the court of public opinion, Hartley had already been found guilty. If you think that moment changed everything, hit the like button, because it did.
Oh, and Cunningham is down. My goodness. Should be. In a scary moment as we went to commercial, Sophie Cunningham hit the floor hard and she is being helped off the floor, heading back to the locker room.
The argument was simple. Nobody reacts like that if it's an accident. Fans said the smirk was louder than any press release, louder than any apology. Even when Sophie tried to calm things down by saying she was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, it didn't work. The image had already told the story people wanted to believe. And for them, this wasn't basketball. It was cruelty.
Sophie Cunningham, let's be clear here. Sophie Cunningham was targeted. Let's be very, very clear here. But Sophie Cunningham was flat out targeted by a dirty, dirty player.
This wasn't Bria Hartley's first controversy, and that's why the backlash was so severe. Fans already had a file of her flare-ups, shoves, and physical confrontations. The smirk was just Exhibit A in a case that had been building for months. Commentators labeled it the dirtiest play of the season. Fans flooded comment sections demanding accountability. Referees were blasted for staying silent, accused of protecting Hartley while players like Sophie paid the price. And in that chaos, the league itself stood accused. If you think the WNBA needs to hold players accountable, make sure you're subscribed, because this story isn't slowing down.
Making all kind of excuses to say that Bria Hartley is not a dirty player. Let me tell y'all something, man. Come on in here. Come on in here, man. Let me tell y'all something. If it quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, eats like a duck, it's a duck, man. Come on, man. She is the dirtiest player in the WNBA right now, winning the trophy. All right? Winning the trophy for it. Don't sit here and try to tell me Bria Hartley is not a dirty player.
By the end of the week, it wasn't just about one foul. It was about credibility. Could fans trust a league that punished players for criticizing refs faster than it punished reckless hits? Hartley's smirk had already cemented her reputation in the eyes of millions. For them, Sophie wasn't the first victim, and she wouldn't be the last.
Atkins, 7 to shoot. Cardoso rolls, catch. Cardoso over the top, can't get it. Reese fights for the rebound, and a foul, and this time gets a little chippy, and a shove on Nelson Adota. And listen, this arena, typically we'll see some ringside fights.
Take her clash with Angel Reese earlier this season. Fans didn't see a hustle play. They saw Hartley pulling Reese's hair during a rebound. That wasn't grit. That was dirty. Soon after, Rebecca Allen became another name on the list after a shove that sparked outrage again. No suspensions, no discipline, just more evidence stacked against her. By the time Sophie went down, people weren't seeing accidents anymore. They were seeing a pattern.
So Mike put this up about an hour ago. He said to all of those defending Bria Hartley, look at what she liked on Instagram. Emo, she's the dirtiest player in the league and should be kicked out. Most recently, Sophie Cunningham has been hurt with the knee tear and is out for the season. Look at this. Look at this. Now, Bria is the definition of consistency. Now, this is her liking this. This is her liking this post. Y'all see that? Breezy, 1414, and others. Bria is the definition. She's liking this post. Look at this. Death taxes and Bria Hartley always being at the scene of the crime. Now, that's her choke slamming Angel Reese.
That's why Sophie's injury became the breaking point. Every shove, every cheap shot, every smirk, all of it collided in one viral moment. And once fans decided it was a pattern, Hartley's reputation was sealed. She wasn't unlucky. She wasn't misunderstood. She was reckless. And now, the spotlight was on the league itself.
Indiana Fever fans wake up pissed off today. Pissed off. Not only are we getting assaulted, but they're smiling about it. This is the 6th time they've smiled, laughed, and cheered on our Indiana Fever players getting assaulted, getting injured. And it pisses me off.
The outrage wasn't only aimed at Hartley. It exploded at the referees and the league. Fans were sick of the inconsistency, sick of seeing reckless plays ignored while players got fined for speaking out. Sophie had already been fined earlier in the season for criticizing officials. Yet Hartley walked away untouched. Even Sophie's family had seen enough. Her sister and mother spoke out, demanding the league finally protect its players. It wasn't just anger anymore. It was betrayal.
Maybe you should focus, her sister. Maybe you should focus less on fining players for commenting on your poor officiating and more about hiring officials that are capable to call a consistent game and protect your athletes. Pathetic. Praying for you. The only good thing positive surrounding Sophie Cunningham coming out of this game, she looked in good spirits in the locker room.
That's why talk of suspension started almost immediately online. Fans pointed to other cases where reckless plays drew discipline, and they demanded Hartley face the same treatment. They had already placed Hartley in the dirty player box, painted the league as corrupt, and seen Sophie as the one left sacrificed. But before the WNBA even had a chance to make a ruling, things took an unexpected turn.
Bria Hartley deserves zero benefit of the doubt. And Sophie Cunningham's family not too happy. I believe this is Mama C. Hartley is a disgruntled player having trouble everywhere she goes. She's playing mean and plays out of control. Looked out of control to me.
That's why talk of suspension spread instantly online. Fans compared Hartley's case to others where reckless plays drew punishment and demanded the same treatment. For them, the verdict was already in. Hartley was guilty, the league was corrupt, and Sophie was sacrificed. But before the WNBA could even act, fate delivered its own ruling. Bria Hartley, the player at the center of the storm, was declared out for the season herself. Was it karma? Was it coincidence? Or was it something bigger? One thing's for sure, the story isn't over. If you're ready for the next chapter in this saga, stay tuned, because the drama is only getting darker from here.